Hello, I'm Mike, founder of EssayPop, and today we are going to talk about the Hive, which is the social, interactive heart of the EssayPop system, a place where crowdsourcing happens, where teachers and students and parents and guests can all get together and provide feedback for the writers within the system. Just as you can assign students to an essay from this view here, you can also assign students to the Hive. And the teacher can always check out their students' work by hitting the Hive icon here, and that'll immediately take them to the Hive area. As you can see here, I have all of my classes lined up, 5 of them, and I'll go ahead and click on one now, which allows me to look at my various student icons. Now, the students are gathered together in clusters. In this case, they're in clusters of 5. If I wanted to move them to another size cluster, I would easily do so, like that. And now they're in groups of 4. I can put them in groups of 2, what have you. I can also move students around. If I needed to move this student over here, and perhaps this student here, I can easily do so by dragging them and dropping them into their new area. This way, teachers can strategically group students, and it allows them to have control over the Hive environment, keeping in mind that now these 4 students can only communicate with one another just as these can, which gives the teacher a level of control over the Hive environment. Of course, I could open up the entire Hive by hitting the alpha mode. Now students can all interact with one another. In order to look at an individual student's work, I would simply click on that student's avatar, which would take me to their essay. As you can see, the essay is color-coded, just as they wrote it in their writing frames. You'll notice that I can click on the individual elements of the essay if I want to give individual feedback for that section. You'll also notice that the student is receiving feedback from her peers. This is because the Hive allows students to interact and communicate together inside the Hive environment. Remember now that this student was in a group of 4, so currently she's receiving feedback from 3 other peers that she was grouped with. She can also leave feedback for them. Also, the Hive is granular, so each of the sections, again, is being commented on individually for pinpointed feedback experiences. Of course, the larger the Hive cluster, the more feedback the students will be receiving. So if they're in alpha mode, again, they'll be able to give feedback to as many students as they would wish. And this would include the other classes as well. If all classes are in the alpha mode, then all of your students from all of your classes would be able to interact with one another. But again, if you want to cluster them in smaller numbers, you can easily do so. Going back to an individual student's essay, you'll notice that this icon here allows you to go to what we call AutoCommentary. AutoCommentary is a library of sentence starters, phrases that can help a teacher or a student provide feedback quickly for a student's academic work. And the AutoCommentary is divided into 2 categories: I love it and this needs work. And you'll notice that every bit of AutoCommentary is pinpointed and customized for the element that is being discussed or commented upon. Finally, it should be noted that there are a lot of safety and security features embedded in the Hive. First of all, the Hive is a closed system, only controlled by the teacher. No one else is allowed from the outside in. The Hive also allows students to seek privacy. They can close their Hive door so that the teacher can see it, but other students cannot. The teacher can always delete comments or mute students that are misbehaving, and students can mute students that they feel are not giving them substantive commentary. The Hive can also be turned off completely and does not need to be utilized during an essay writing session. However, the teacher will always have access to the Hive, as they will want to monitor their students' work in real time using the Hive, which again is always accessed through the Hive icon at the top of the screen here. So, check out the Hive when you get a chance. It is one of our most exciting features. Kids love it, and it does help the teacher quite a bit. I mean, crowdsourcing all that feedback from all those people does take some of the burden off of giving feedback and commentary, which is nice. Enjoy it. Have fun.